Journal Journey, writing prompt number 54. Before we get started, please check out my comic book Flintlocked that is available on Amazon. I see there's been some recent purchases. I really appreciate it. If it's someone out there, who checked it out from one of the videos, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But let's dive into the writing prompt, which is, what unrealistic demands or pressures do you refuse to give into? Been trying to think how I want to kind of bring this up, because while I'm sure a lot of people would argue that it's not unrealistic, but to me, I feel like the way things are going, and a lot of people my age range, this is happening to, is honestly the fact that you can quote unquote have it all. By have it all, I mean you can pursue a career, possibly a dream of yours. You can have a family, you can have money, and you can have just the perfect happy life, the American dream. You can do all the things. Um, for some people, I think that is realistic. For a lot of us, I don't think it is. I think it is, honestly, a lot of times it feels like a choice. You could choose a career to go into and pursue, and maybe you can have a family as well, but a lot of times it feels like, especially with people I know, they had to choose either having a family or having a career. Um, and because those are two things that usually require your full attention. It's hard to pursue like a dream or a career unless you have something that is realistic expectations. Um, it's hard to pursue something, but then also give your full effort into a family, such as kids and a spouse and such. I think uh, it's just becoming more and more difficult to have both or multiple. Um, like I said, I know lots of people who give up their dream or their career because they chose to get married and have kids, and that's perfectly fine. I personally am someone who's not giving up on my dreams or my career goals. Um, I I think that when you look at just little things, like, for example, I had a friend who was married and had two kids, and they weren't old enough to be in school yet. They were both under four. Um, the fact that it made more sense for his wife to stay home and watch the kids than it did for them to both work to pay for daycare. It just didn't make sense. Which is, to me, I think is one thing when it comes to like family and money, is who's able to afford daycare? Is it only the people that make more money? And if so, is it because someone pursued a career? And if so, are they not around their family as much, and they have money and they have the career, but maybe they don't have the best family life? It just, something's usually got to give. I think, you could work a job or a career that you work lots of hours and you have money, or you work all these hours so that you can meet a goal so that you can finally have more money, but then your family suffers. Or you dedicate everything to your family and then you regret not pursuing a dream. Again, I think that there are some people out there who can do this, but I think it's unrealistic for us to think that everyone can do this. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I am in the creative and arts field as far as goals go, and there are, yes, so many types of careers and jobs and outlets for us out there, but most of us are probably not going to make it. And most of us will have to just get a different type of job, or most of us will maybe quit because of family, whatever it may be, and that's fine. there's no just wrong way to go about it, but I just think you can't have the dream career. You can't have also money and also, a perfect family life. It doesn't seem feasible, and if it does, it feels like a small percentage of people. Um, yeah, that's just something that I got married at 23. 23 was only a year out of college, and everyone was like, "When are you having kids? When are you having kids? When are you having kids?" I was like, "We got married last month." Like, and we're 23. Like, what are you thinking? But that's how people think. Is just you have these pressures uh, to pair off with someone, to make babies, to get the house, and just both make as much money as you can to spend on your kids. It just, I think there's a lot of pressures that a lot of us feel, whether it's from parents or just society in general, on what uh, the right path that we should take. And I think the sooner that we accept the fact that that isn't realistic, the sooner that we can set goals that are achievable, and then maybe be less disappointed that we're not, you know, some people say shoot for the stars, but if you shoot for the stars, you could also crash. Yeah, and you could also make it to the stars, I guess. There's a lot of possibilities, but I just, I think that we should reset expectations and realize that, especially the way jobs are, money isn't easy to be able to afford the house and one or multiple kids. Sometimes people need. I know way too many people who are in their 30s and still need roommates because they can't afford just to live on their own. But yeah, what do you guys think? What's an unrealistic uh, pressure or demand that you won't give into? Um, Let me know.